Deadlock's here again, and today I'm doing an overview of these Hiatt folding rigid cuffs, which are the same as the TCH 850s. Was doing overviews of cuffs a while ago, kind of had a bit of a lull in that, but Blastastic Escapes requested that I talk a little bit about the kind of cuffs that I used at the end of Cuff Escape videos. So I thought instead I'll start doing the overviews to put on straight after the cuff escapes until I've got through all of the cuffs. So here's the Hiatt folding rigids. They were in today's video where I skipped cuffs, cuffed palms out behind my back. Let's get into it. These cuffs were originally made because the British police in, I think it was the early 90s, moved into using the rigid handcuffs, which was the Hiatt speed cuffs, which I had somewhere, but I don't know where I put them. Some police officers and institutions thought that they were a bit too big and bulky, so Hiatt came up with this clever design of a set of cuffs that, when you do it right, can fold in half, so when you're carrying them they take up less space. Does have the compromise of these are a bit heavier, but then when you want to use them, quickly folds out, and now they're just like a rigid cuff. So have all of the good sides of having a rigid cuff and the folding one, all in one package. A little heavy though. Do have the same locking mechanism as everything else that Hiatt made from about the late 1980s onwards. Triple pole locking mechanism.
Oh, it's Paul, Paul and Paul.
Yes, it's the 3 poles.
Oh, that's nice.
They all live together.
In a happy Paul family.
Yes.
Go Paul. Paul and Paul. You make that work.
We have
Ew! That's gross.
the button
though.
for the double locks up here. Choose the back of the key for. Yes, I'm using an ASP key, but it works quite good in here. Push that in. You're now double locked.
Double locked.
Double locked.
Double locked.
And
Didn't say right.
key in the front. Turn anti-clockwise to about here. You feel the double lock. That's the double lock disengaged. And my hands are still dirty because I picked a chub not long ago. It was a couple of days ago in your time, but it was not long ago on mine. And turn about there, you feel the pulls, feel the springiness, and open. These do backload, so if you're using them as a policeman officer, they do backload, which apparently makes them easier to use. Not that I'm ever going to use them that way myself. Mrs. Deadlock's is thoroughly distracted by a phone.
I am. What were you saying about Paul, Paul and Paul?
I wasn't, I was talking about backloading.
Or was then the ones being let us spin backwards?
A little bit.
You okay? See, I was listening.
It means you can pull them back through the paws.
With your wet beard, your little wet bearded boy.
It means you can pull them back through the paws a couple of notches like that.
Which can sometimes be handy.
Because it makes quick application easy. The downsides of the TCH, there is 0 shim protection in there.
You can shim, shake yourself out with flame in no time.
If I can get focused there, there is no shim protection, or very little. You can get lost in that little dark hole there sometimes, but they are generally pretty easy to shim. Not so much to pick, even though Coxie Picks makes them look thoroughly easy every time. But picking them is technically, in theory, a straightforward process. Got our Parker pick here, perfect pick, and if you go in the bottom of the keyway there, which is kind of like the side of the keyway really, lean back, work your way around, you'll feel a bit of resistance, and then just flick the double lock off. The double lock is very easy. And Coxie always just puts the parker pick in, leans back all the way to the side, and then works his way around to get the pawls. Doesn't work that well for me. I've actually got it off one notch there, but if you squeeze in, like push in the bore, not quite enough to latch onto the next paw, and then do exactly what Coxie does, which to the camera is hard.
Excuse me, puppy.
It's just at the front door. Then lean back as he does, then all the way at the side. It's easier to get a hold of those paws, which I have just failed to do. Yeah, there's a little cut there because I failed miserably at that.
You're having a bad
some
day
reason.
today, aren't you?
I am. I'm having a bad picking day. Like I have had repeated failed videos today.
And things
Only
that were easy. Well, you picked something that was easy, that's been hard for you, and discovered it's been super easy. But you know what's out.
anyway, if we squeeze in a little, pushes the paws down a bit. And then if we lean back, put the key parker in, lean back to the side and round, nothing happens. Does often take several attempts with these triple pull mechanisms.
This what you're whinging for. This what you're whinging for, Bubble Butt. It's dinner time for you.
There we go. So it does take a little bit of perseverance. Not everyone is Coxie's picks. Not everyone is Coxie's picks. If you're making enough noise there.
Yeah. Can make more if you want.
No thanks.
You sure?
Yes.
One time offer.
No. Yeah. It takes a few attempts with these triple pawls. They are not easy. We're not all Coxie picks. Some of us are human. Actually, I'm starting to think Coxie picks might actually be human. Have you heard his voice recently?
No, that's just another automated drone. The AI's getting intelligent. That's all.
It must be. The voice is much more realistic now.
It is. It's AI. It's going down leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Just have a robot. He's learning.
Chose a good accent though. Did.
It's like Cornish.
I'd say. Anyway, that's all from us. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Bye.
Oh, actually, no. There is one thing I should check out about these first. I always forget to check. I do. Whereas you sometimes get a little bit of wobble side to side in the bore, and it can cause hitting the body of the cuff instead of going straight into that hole. But these, you do have a little bit of wobble, and it does catch a little bit, but the beveled edges there makes it slide in properly anyway, so every time you get a good swing all the way around. Now that's all from us. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Bye.
Where's the hammer? We're organised here at Deadlocks. Oh,
Very
of course
nice.
the hammer's in the kitchen. Where else would it be?
Why would you put the hammer in the kitchen? Oh my
Where
goodness.
else would I keep the hammer?
In the toolbox where tools live. I think I want to walk away.